Wait, so how about this? Who do you think should pay on the first date, starting with you?
My answer is going to be stupid.
You could just answer the question. Just say the stupid thing.
Okay.
And then we'll move on.
I think both of us could pay. We could go half and half.
I don't think that's stupid. Thank you for
Whoever
wasting 5
initiates
seconds.
the date should pay.
Whoever initiates the date should pay. Okay.
I think that can be the case once you're in a relationship, but I think on the first date, a male should pay.
Mm-hmm. Would you prefer the guy to pay for the first date?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that's natural for like any animal kingdom type thing.
Let me frame it like this for you, because you said whoever asks should pay, which sort of glances over the fact that in 99% of situations, men are asking women out on dates, not the reverse. If a guy asked you out on a date, and on the date he was like, hey, the waiter comes by and he says, hey, two bills, please. Would you feel a certain type of way about that?
I would.
Would there not be a second date? It would be negative,
It
right?
depends how good the date is.
Okay.
Maybe he's down bad. Maybe he's real down bad.
Been there.
He should not be
been
pursuing
there.
you and asking you on a date.
That is true.
If
Maybe
it
you
is-
shouldn't invite someone on a date if you can't pay for them.
Oh, he can pay, but he wants to split.
Oh, okay.
He
I
just-
don't know about
he
that.
think
That would
that's-
give the wrong impression. You're not trying to court them.
Why does that give that impression?
What do you mean? You're trying to win over this
You could
girl.
still have a romantic interest in somebody and want to split the bill.
Yeah, but why are you asking a girl on a date if you're expecting her
What?
to pay?
What do you mean?
Like I said, once you get into a relationship, right? Whoever
Then
like
it's
initiates
50-50?
it, then I'm
Okay.
like, okay, if
Yeah,
I
okay.
ask you to specifically go somewhere, like I'll pay for it.
Nickelodeon donated $100. Brian, please put this miserable witch out of her misery and throw a glass of water in her face.
For real.
Best case scenario, it cleans that spunk out of her eyes.
Do it.
No, I'm not going to throw water on any of my guests. But thank you, man. I appreciate the sentiment, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nickelodeon. Appreciate it.
Thank
Um,
you,
Wait,
Nickelodeon.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dance
I have an
Number.
interesting. So I was on a podcast a couple weeks ago, Access Vegas, with Michael Sartain and Rolo.
Yeah.
Red Pill people too. And they asked all the guys in the room if they'd ever initiated a date without the intention of having sex, and none of them raised their hands. And then they asked all the women if they've ever gone on a date without the intention of having sex, and all of them raised their hands. But then the thing I want to get your opinion on is, I think it's fair if a man like has the intention of wanting to have sex with a woman because he ultimately finds her attractive, and like that's right part of that, and it's okay. But I think also on a woman's perspective, it's not necessarily a bad thing because you could be giving someone a chance that you may not have otherwise to get to know them. What are your thoughts?
You mean if the woman goes on a date with a guy who she has not yet determined if she wants to have sex with him, but so the question is that fair or good or gives her an opportunity
Just
to
yeah,
meet?
what's your thoughts on it in general? If that was
I
the
don't
conclusion of,
object.
like,
I don't object to it if you haven't made a determination whether you want to have sex with this person or not. And you go, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
okay.
You can go. I don't think women are obliged to go. The only scenario where you can go on a date with a man is if you want to have sex with him. I don't think that has to be the case. I think you should have a genuine romantic interest and not just be going on the date because you're bored or want a free meal. I'm not saying all women do that, but some do. So
Okay. Yeah, I just want to get your
what were
opinion.
they arguing, that the woman has to want to fuck
They're
the
like,
guy?
that's crazy. Well, just saying like, of
It is a
course a man
difference.
wants to have sex with a woman. I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. Of course a man would want to have sex with a woman that he's expending his resources on.
Right.
But
I
that's
mean,
what I agree. Like a man should pay for the first.
I mean, I would agree that most men, if they're wanting to go on a date with you, they've probably already made a determination that you're attractive enough to have sex with. Although I've had situations where I've gone on a date with a girl, wanted to have sex with her, and she kind of talked herself out of that shit. I'm like, ooh, I don't really like you anymore. So there's that. And I differ from some guys. Like some guys are like, yo, I'm still gonna hit, but she's a fucking terrible person. I'm like, nah, I just can't do it. I need to like the girl
I can
a
see
little
that for
bit.
you.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. Why didn't? A little banter here, just a little
Thank
banter.
you.
Jeez, okay.
I wasn't sure if you were talking to me, but you were looking right at me, so I was like,
Oh my God, okay.
are we having a moment?
No, just don't overthink
I'm
it.
blushing.
Don't overthink it. We're going around the table. Oh, who should pay?
I would prefer if he paid.
Prefer if the guy pays,
I think whoever initiated it should pay.
but more often than not, who initiates? Men. Okay. What about you?
I think you should split it down the middle.
My girl. Okay.
I totally agree. I think it's split down the middle, at least for the first couple dates. And if he's insistent that he pay, then I'll usually always offer to tip or get dessert. And once I'm in a relationship with somebody, I like to do the you pay, I pay, you pay, I pay.
Okay. What about you?
I'm a traditional woman, so I expect a man to step into his masculinity and be the provider because I'll
Okay.
be feminine and submissive.
Sure.
Dinner dates are overrated, but
Agreed.
the guy.
Okay. Yeah. See, okay, one follow-up question, then I'll give my take on this. Would you, if you get married, when you get married, will you take the guy's last name?
Yes.
Depends on if it's a cool last name.
Well, hold on. But hold on. Traditional gender roles, such as men paying for the first date, traditional gender roles would seem to dictate that you should take the man's last name in the case of marriage.
They do. What if he has a shitty last name?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You take it anyways. But okay, I'll go around the table before
Yeah, I would take my husband's last
Would you
name.
take your husband's last name?
I mean, I guess I can't say that yet, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Wouldn't be but hold on, no. It's not just that. If you want traditional treatment,
I
don't
never
you?
said I wanted. I
You
said I
want?
could-
You said you want a guy
no,
to
I
pay
get
for the
to
first
pick
date.
and choose.
Huh?
I get to pick and choose.
What do you mean pick and choose?
Like how we said at the
Equality.
beginning.
The buffet. It's a buffet. You get to pick and choose the thing that benefits you, and those that. Okay.
That's my answer.
Wait, you actually admitted to you want to pick and choose the things that benefit you when it comes to traditional gender roles?
I mean, I'm probably gonna take his last name, but I just haven't thought about it till right now. So I can't
So
say
what-
it
but what's-
confidently. And I also really like my last name.
Okay, so
There's
that
not boys
seems
in my
like
family
it would
and
be
I
a
want it.
begrudging.
I would have to think about it.
Let's say he has a bad last name.
How bad? Give me an example.
Yeah, give a bad name.
I think I'd like it. Maybe. it'd be
Finkel.
funny.
Oh my
I
god, I,
kinda
don't
like
even know. Where I'm
Finkel.
going.
Taylor Finkel. I can see it. Taylor Finkel, everybody. That's
How
right.
about Mrs. Finkel?
I don't
like
know.
Mrs. Finkel.
You can't.
I don't think that's that bad.
I think that's a pretty good one.
Corn donger.
That's even better.
Corn donger. I don't.
I
know.
don't care about the last name. I would take it just to make things like easier. But to me, that's not like a. I don't think I'm like giving up a part of myself. But that's how tradition
Fokker.
is. I get
What
your
about
point.
Fokker?
I love that.
Taylor
Fokker.
Fokker.
Great movie.
That kind of sounds sick
It's
too.
way better.
I'm not
I might
gonna
change
lie.
it now.
Oh my god. Okay.
To me, I just don't
Fokker,
think.
Wait,
that's
but
a
so,
good-
but
I don't
so-
think it's that big of a deal.
Wait, so
Like, I
but
don't
you,
think.
you said that you want to pick and choose.
I was kind of kidding, but
No,
that's
you're
what-
being
well,
serious.
before-
You're being
To
serious.
start this conversation, are you traditional or not? And I said,
No.
like, what is traditional? Like, I have
Okay.
some that are
All right.
traditional and some that aren't.
Would you take your husband's last name?
I would like add it to mine.
You'd
Like hyphenate it, yeah.
But you want a guy to pay for the first date?
I said whoever initiated the first date would pay.
Do you frequently initiate first dates?
Yes, I have.
You have, but
I-
more
I
often
have.
than not.
I have multiple times actually.
And do you pay or do you split?
Yeah, if I'm taking them out, I ask them on a date. I'm
First
gonna
date,
pay
first
for
date,
them.
not boyfriend, not guy you're seeing first date.
Yes.
I'm calling cap on this, but
Okay, whatever.
I can actually be
We
here
got
on the
two people
testimony
here
for
who
her.
contest it for me.
Okay.
But
All right.
whatever.
Okay. What about you? Well, you said 50, it should be split, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would take on his last name.
Actually, here's my position. I want the girl to want to split, but I'll just pay for it.
Well, yeah, you
That's my-
always say, "Oh, I'll split it," and then they're supposed to. Say,
Yeah, I hate
No, but
The
I
first
want.
one, no. The first one, no.
I
would
actually
never grab
no.
the
Let me
first
do,
one.
let me
After
go.
that, I'm like, oh,
I hate guys who just talk.
Let me just go even. That's great.
Work.
I'll go even further. I want the girl to want to pay for everything,
Oh, that's
but I'll pay. Actually, you know what?
Why do you,
What if
I
she
want
makes
her
more
to
money
simp.
than you?
I want her to simp, and actually, I'll just let her pay. I'll just let her pay. She can
God,
simp.
the childhood.
That's like the most base thing ever. What was your question?
If she makes more money than you.
If she
You said
makes
you
more
want to
money?
marry a girl that's
I
rich.
would be willing to marry a woman who makes more money
Who
than
makes
me.
more money than
Yep.
you, but you pay for everything.
That's the
but
only
she
s-
wants to pay for everything.
Wait, what's the
no, he
question?
wants her to really want to.
No, that's what I'm saying. If a girl made more than you,
Yeah.
and she wanted, she went to reach for the bill every time, but you paid anyway, would you still pay if she made more money than you? Or like,
No, I'd let her pay.
really?
Yeah, she can pay for everything. I still want to lead though.
What's
Okay.
your sign?
What's your sign?
I know that's stupid, but what is
It
it?
kind of is. What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, I'll tell you after the show.
What the fuck? Why can't you say it during the show?
I don't want to say it during the show.
Oh, you don't want them to know?
Yeah, I don't want any witches out there to fucking cast some like
No
Capricorn
one's gonna
shit.
know everything from your sun sign.
I don't know, bro. I've talked to some fucking witches, bro. You don't know. You haven't
When's
seen
your
the things I've
birthday?
seen.
When's
you
your
haven't
birthday?
seen.
He
When's
has a
your
lot of
Bro, I'm
birthday?
not
different
telling you my
personalities.
birthday. Anyways, moving on.
Bro,
Yeah, most of the time I'll just
you
pay.
trying to fight right
I'll
now?
pay. But it's kind of dope if she's such a simp that she wants to pay. That's kind of dope. That's a good dynamic. Okay. All right. Cool. Good talk. Hold on. We got some more notes here.
Wait,
Uh,
you didn't finish.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
I took my husband's last name, and I was really stoked to take his last name because I really liked it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd gladly take my husband's last name.
Of course.
There you have it, folks. Bad.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
When a man wants to go 50-50 with you on a date, do this.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh my god. I'm so embarrassed right now. Wait, you wanted to just be friends?
You get the idea. So she's like, "Oh, you want to split? Oh, you wanted to be friends?" And then she came on the show, and then we asked somehow the question of, "Would you take your husband's last name?" come up, and she was like, "Well, no, I like my last name. I wouldn't take his last name." And then Chase, who was one of the male guests on the show, he said, "Oh, I didn't know you just wanted to be friends. You don't want to take my last name?"
That's cute.
Touche.
Lawyer, or I don't know what how the turntables. Okay.